Ciao legends, welcome back. Watches and Wonders 2026 is coming up, and instead of throwing out random predictions, I want to focus on a few releases that could make sense. A bit of a wish list, if you will, and also see what some of my favorite brands come up with. I'll be talking about a bunch of maisons here in no particular order, and I will mostly stay away from Rolex since there are already quite a few leaks floating around. All I'll say is Rolex went all out last year. Whether or not people liked what they did, well, that's a different story. But they definitely moved things forward. So I'm curious to see if they keep that energy or play it a bit safer this year. By the way, if you enjoy this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. Let's start with Tudor because this is an important year for them. With the 100-year anniversary, this is the moment to do something that actually makes a statement. And for me, the watch that just makes sense is a Black Bay Chrono in 40mm with their new caliber. We've been seeing the shift towards slightly smaller, more wearable chronographs, and Tudor already has all the pieces. If you think about it, it's not even that wild. It just feels like the right move at the right time. If they pull this off properly, this could be one of the standout releases of the year. Okay, shifting into integrated sports watches, which is definitely where my head is at right now. There are two brands I'm really watching closely. First, IWC with the Engineer. I would love to see a 38mm version. Selfishly, that would be the sweet spot. The current 35 is a bit too small for my wrist, and the 40 was slightly chunky. A 38 could land perfectly in the middle and in my collection. Considering they recently released the Portugueser chronograph in Ceratanium, I wouldn't be surprised to see more experimentation with materials or variations along those lines. Then there is Zenith with the Defy Skyline. A 37 or 38mm version here would make a lot of sense as well. Kind of similar to what Girard-Perregaux did with the Laureato, offering different sizes that actually open the watch up to more people. I feel there is a real gap right now for a well-sized integrated sports watch, especially with the blue dial. I'm quietly hoping one of these brands fills it. On the higher horology side, Vacheron Constantin is always one to watch. Last year, they pushed the boundaries with pieces like the Solaria, the most complicated wristwatch ever made with 41 complications. And they just have a reputation for delivering something outstanding every single year. I'm confident they will show up with something worth talking about for the next 12 months. For JLC, I'm genuinely curious. The Reverso Tribute in rose gold they released last year was really well received, and they are one of those brands that can go in a lot of different directions. I'm not really hoping for anything specific here, just excited to see what they bring. Now, one brand I'm particularly interested in this year is Baume & Mercier. They're going through a transition with the move involving the Damiani Group, and this will likely be the last production cycle influenced by Richemont. I'm a fan of Baume & Mercier. I really like what they've been doing, and I want to see them succeed. This could be a bit of a reset moment for the Maison, so definitely one I'll be paying attention to. Quick thoughts on a few others I'm keeping an eye on. Panerai feels like they need to do something different this year. H. Moser, one of the few brands I actually expect to take a risk. Creder, super interesting from a craftsmanship perspective. Piaget could lean more into design again. Oris, probably steady as always, and that's not a bad thing. Frederic Constant, quietly improving and building real momentum in my opinion. And then there is Audemars Piguet. If I'm being honest, I'm not expecting much, probably more of the same. It would be great to see them surprise people a bit. I would love to see them do something more along the lines of the Remaster 2, something a bit different, a bit bolder. And since I mentioned Vacheron and AP earlier, it's only fair to acknowledge the rest of the Trinity. Patek Philippe is one of those brands that just never really misses. They always deliver something worth paying attention to, even when it's a bit controversial. I will take that over something safe and predictable any day. If even one of these happens, it's going to be a big year, especially for my collection. This is a wrap up for this video. Let me know what you're hoping to see at Watches and Wonders, and if you enjoyed this, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.